Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're doing a little bit of a late night video for Easter over here, where we actually have some huge, really big game-changing announcements coming out over here. Number one, when it comes to Netflix, when it comes to brand new, huge video game leaks, some really huge remakes, as well as also some pretty big stuff when it comes to sadness from like Bungie, some brand new, huge Blizzard games. There's a lot of really big gaming news coming out over here, and I'm pretty excited to get to go and talk about. So we're gonna go and sit through and talk about all these random leaks. Hope you guys will stay tuned, relax, and enjoy. Hope you guys all had a fantastic, lovely Easter as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys want to hang out and chill, especially on the Twitch down below. We'll probably be live right now. We'll have the Amazon links down below and everything else all in between. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here. And the first, let's go and dive into some pretty big news. So first and foremost, we're actually seeing even more big news when it comes to now. Let's start off with, I guess, with the Netflix side. We have some really big leaks right after. If you guys have not had a chance to go and see, when it comes to Netflix, we basically are now seeing brand new job listings coming out over here on their LinkedIn, where basically for LinkedIn itself has the senior producer or the live ops for brand new external games. So as of right now, Netflix is a pretty big company, obviously, and of course right now they have this up here where it does kind of seem like they're trying their best to go and push a brand new external live service game system. Now we've kind of seen like little bits and pieces of flow of this throughout the years, probably the past year or so. But when it comes to a lot of these different types of games, in my honest opinion, I do think, well, this is going to happen pretty soon. A lot of this live service stuff, such as, say, Game Pass and other big marketings, kind of want to go dive into it, and they want to just go. And they want to make money. Like, it's basically for Game Pass. If you could somehow rope in people in, say, the gaming industry, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry, you're going to want to try your best to go and grow into that, especially if something, say, like Netflix might just basically be a more better customer incentive, or as well you have the extra additional funding to go and do it. Whether you have your own individual indie games, maybe trying to go make more actual games for your own actual IPs, or as well, maybe do kind of combinations with, like, say, a Netflix and Game Pass sponsorship, where maybe if you're subscribed to either or, then you maybe get access to either or maybe get better deals, or have a chance to go and have some of the testings or whatever it may be. And I think it's actually a really cool idea. But in my mind, it just has to actually go make it actually happen. So Netflix itself has been doing a lot of different types of hiring for all this types of like gaming news. We've also been seeing some game development stuff kind of coming out, and everything with Netflix has been going very, very well. So I got to give a big thumbs up to Netflix, and I do think in the near future they're going to be making some pretty cool stuff. As well, we also have a lot of really big now game leaks when it comes to big stuff. Number one is in regards now to this brand new two things. Number one is on the Jet Set Radio. If any of you guys are kind of OGs like me, because that game's kind of a little bit of an older game, a very good game though too as well, one of my favorites, that one actually has apparently been leaked, as well as also Persona 3 Remake. So as of right now, we actually have some of the actual domain list over here for Persona 3 Remake in Japan. As you can kind of see these now, registrants actually coming out over here. There's all the DNS server stuff, and actually when it was registered to as well, and it is also currently, as of now, active for people trying to go set this on up. So the website itself actually is now currently working and up and is vibing, although as of right now, it's starting to be like basically construction, has a bunch of like little filler stuff, and overall is not like 1000% set. But once again, why would someone basically go have a Persona 3 remake, especially when there's been a lot of remake rumors floating around too as well. Now, we've also been kind of seeing some bigger stuff too when it comes to, well, a lot of stuff. Number one is in regards now to the Jet Set Radio. Now, apparently, we're actually maybe seeing some big leaks. I'm not sure if it's actually bad for me to showcase this up or not, but we're actually seeing a lot of these bigger focuses on the leaks itself over here for things like, say, Jet Set Radio, and we're also seeing some really big tweets and stuff like this. There's two big things. Number one, Sega actually was pushing through big surveys, basically trying their best to go and be like, hey, like, bro, do you guys maybe like the idea of having some of these games coming out? Hey, maybe you like the idea of some of these Jet Set Radios. Hey, you guys remember that game? Hey, maybe you guys maybe like some of the ideas of, let's say, Persona. And we're kind of seeing some of these like surveys / other things floating around. So basically, the Persona 3 remake was basically shown alongside a visually better looking Sonic Frontiers and Jet Set Radio 3 that basically people unintentionally found out about. So we're actually kind of seeing different types of various like things and content, everything else too tied on in. And we're seeing all the tweets too as well kind of being showcased and mentioned quite a bit. Like we're seeing stuff pretty much all over the base too as well. But they're kind of even saying like, yeah, they wish this was kind of fake. They kind of wish it was maybe like part of maybe like a promotional video or something like that, maybe updates, we're not really sure, but they basically have polls requesting which Persona game they want people to be like basically remaking, which in my mind is a big deal. Like a lot of folks have been curious in this one. Brand new Frontiers, so maybe like a DLC stuff. You guys also kind of see here some of the gameplay maybe for Jet Set Radio that may have been leaked. Some folks were also saying too, as well as we mentioned, they want to maybe have it be a little bit more on the cartoony style. I mean, even Persona looks good. Like even just that little, like these blobs, like this is like just too good to be fan made. Like, it's just too well made, it's too well optimized, it generally looks like a proper good vibe, and this is something I myself would maybe go and play. All three of these games. I checked out Sonic Frontiers, wasn't bad. It was a little bit of a weird game, it wasn't bad. But I probably would be down to play Persona. I would 1 zillion% be down for Jet Set Radio. So keep that in mind. But yeah, they've had the different types of things. They've had the leaks. They've had people ask about it. I've had basically potential showcases for this stuff. And a lot of folks have seen these rumors floating around for a while. So a lot of folks are, it's not 1,000% confirmed, but a lot of people are kind of hoping that it is. Because, well, at the end of the day, like, bro, they have the characters. They have the stuff and everything. Like, it's pretty much even seeing like the concept art as well. Even being more like refined, a little bit more fine-tuned. It looks extremely good. And a lot of folks are saying like, yeah, the Jet Set Radio is probably most likely real. So that once again, with them assuming that the Jet Set Radio should be real, once again also means that all the other stuff is probably more likely to be real too as well, because it's all kind of clumped together. So we're seeing these huge game leaks, like we're seeing the website listings, we're seeing the survey listings, we're now seeing these actual huge fan videos going on, and at the end of the day, it kind of seems like a lot more stuff should be coming. Now, we also had a very intriguing thing when it came to the Blizzard's survival game. Now, it's all in regards now to the game called Odyssey. So it's not like necessarily a code name. They actually might just be straight up calling the game itself Odyssey. And as you guys know, Blizzard has been pretty good when it comes to most games. They have a lot of controversy, don't get me wrong, but they have been pretty good when it comes to most games. Number one, mainly in specific for, say, like, I don't know, Overwatch, pretty good. World of Warcraft, pretty good. Diablo, pretty good. They have their own faults, don't get me wrong, but it's usually pretty solid games we're proud of. So basically, according to for Jez, the new Blizzard survival game is actually called Odyssey. That is like a code name, just actually is called that, and they're pretty much 90% sure on that one. It's probably going to be a multi-platform game, which for me, any type of survival game like a Rust or Ark or whatever it might be, DayZ, always happy with that one. And he says basically it's going to be a multi-plat game. Should be all around pretty good. It's very close to being completed, and it's a multi-plat context that doesn't make any sense to pull it, and it could be completely wrong. So he's not really necessarily sure if it will be fully like a multi-plat or just an Xbox game, but it's seeming like it would be multi-plat. And as well, from what they've had a chance to see, it's going to be very, very graphically intense, as a cool stylization for art cartoony type of stuff, and they basically go and say it's like very, very nice early footage, and they basically gave them like a cool impression to see like how it's going to be, this fairy tale type style and all that type of stuff, and as well should hopefully even be running well on the Xbox Series S. We don't necessarily see too many survival games, but they do say if it's going to be graphically intensive, that's a good thing. And as well, at the same time, brand new survival games, we don't really see too many of those in the genre. It's also very nice to go and see. So we're seeing those all floating around. Now, as well, I've also been seeing some other kind of big stuff too when it comes to brand new Star Wars game, which I want to play. So they go and say basically like they have this open world-ish type style, like more of like the selective small open world, if that makes sense. Like open zone is probably a better word for it too as well. And they say they have like a freely explorable open worlds too on that one. They're just talking about more of the big destinations for the game. So it's not like a 100% open world game, just more so selectively. Like map-based open world, for lack of a better term. And they also say Survivor has amazing planets to explore, and they have a lot of environments, and everything for the game itself should be good. We also even saw some gameplay for it, and overall, it does look like a game I myself kind of want to go and play. Like a lot of these things are actually all around going very good, and I'm very happy just to get to go and see all these huge major gaming leaks too as well. Although with all these big gaming leaks, Bungie's actually been pretty sad, though, on the brand new Destiny 2 expansion. Now, a lot of my Destiny homies who've been playing it and streaming it have had a pretty good time. They've been enjoying it, but it does kind of seem like it's falling flat in some different ways. So to say it's clear the initial experience we planned to deliver on day one, it didn't provide the full clarity, and it could have been a little bit better, and at the same time, it does seem like they're a little bit disappointed in this. So Destiny 2 may have also seen this latest expansion, which I do think a lot of folks liked it and enjoyed it, and they were pretty cool. It's like one of the higher concurrent viewer counts itself, but they also kind of felt like it kind of fell flat a little bit, and they want to do a bit more better updates in the near future, and they want to make sure the raids a bit nicer. I know a lot of folks weren't really necessarily too happy with the raids themselves and thought it could have been a little bit better too as well. So they saw a lot of big feedback. They want to go to address it. They want to work on things for building and improving throughout the season as well for future seasons. And I'll be honest, I just want to have a Destiny 3 at this point. Like, I feel like it's so convoluted with so many other random DLCs that are usually kind of fun, but I just want them to kind of have like a new ground break and kind of go and start over from almost on the beginning. So for this one too, they want to have more modifiers for the campaign. They want to make sure, I just want the raid a little bit better. I think the raid actually was a cool experience, and I did enjoy it myself. It seemed kind of cool, but at the same time, it seems a little bit, I don't know, on the weirder end too as well. I don't know. I like it. I think it's cool. They want to have more updates. They're still kind of feeling bad about it, and they want to keep pushing for it. And they even said it wasn't the best experience too as well and best expansion, but they know for the flaws, a lot of folks enjoyed the game, and they still thought it was kind of neat nonetheless. Now, to wind down the video itself, we do have a little bit of Final Fantasy news too, just to give you guys some cute little doggos over here too as well, some nice little cute partners and little doggies to go hang out and chill, in case you guys want a little thing to wind down your Easter weekend. So thank you guys all so much for watching. We have some huge, massive leaks, and I'm very happy to get to go and see it and talk about it. Give me all your thoughts and comments down below. If you guys are bored of hanging on the Twitch stream for this late night video, we also have the Twitter down below too. We have also the Amazon links for all the consoles, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here, up here in the first place.